Hi, my name is Blake Ryan. Honestly, the reason why I wanted to make this video, and obviously I can make this a very highly edited intro, have it going with kind of what works on YouTube. But the focus of this channel is just to have raw content that just really teaches you what I've kind of learned, what I had to spend years and years siphoning through to actually get to the point. Now, this channel is solely dedicated to just teaching you guys info. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I've made approximately $2.5 million at the age of 19. And I know the majority of you guys, maybe not all of you, but I've definitely had my fair share where everyone just calls bullshit. Everyone's going to say that what I'm telling you right now is just cap. I'm trying to sell you a course. I'm not trying to sell you a course. It literally says right here, that's the main focus, the main point I'm trying to press. I'm not trying to sell you anything. But what I want to go ahead and do is kind of just give you a rundown on what I've done, how I've scaled to this point, and why it's not impossible for you guys to do the same. I see a lot of people that want to retire their parents. They want to get financial freedom. It's not that hard. These gurus that are trying to sell you courses, it's all a sham. Those people that sell courses, all their money came from selling the course. They've never done what I've done. They've never actually done content creation full time. But let me just cut the crap. I have made the majority of my money through Snapchat and through YouTube automation. YouTube automation being the majority, but in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have milked in the last few years. So 2 years ago, Snapchat shows were a booming industry. Snapchat shows are essentially if you go on your phone and you swipe right, you see those little shows, 3-minute videos, kind of brain rot. I don't really care. That was making a lot of money a few years ago. I acquired my own portal alongside my partner. And what we did was we pitched a few shows and we got them approved. Now, shows are very valuable. The CPM is much higher than YouTube for the length of the videos. They're 3-minute videos. They have like a $10 RPM. I'm going to show you everything in today's video. Pure transparency. I don't care about gatekeeping. Just so you know, I'm not full of crap. This is one of the shows we ran 460 days ago, so about a year and a half ago. Now, this show was one of the largest shows on all of Snapchat. Obviously, people are going to laugh, oh, zero revenue. That's because I'm showing you what it is now. Let's go ahead and check back to about November to September. This was probably some of our best months. So we got banned in October 5th. Right before then, you can see just in 1 month, we did $133,000. Now, I wanted to just show you that. Let's go back about 3 months past that. $262,000 in 2 months. Right there, you can see we only got started in July. Very, very short show. Only lasted a few months. Made $262,000. CPM was $10.60. And as you can see here, some days we had a much higher CPM. Obviously, it was Q4. Hence, the CPM is a lot higher than Q1. If you don't know what that is, depending on the quarter, so Q1 has the lowest RPM, meaning advertisers aren't willing to pay as much to place ads on your content. Whereas Q4, they have a lot of their marketing budget left, their ad spend left. So they're willing to spend everything in the final quarter to get their spend done. And that's why RPMs and the amount of money you're paid per 1,000 views increases as time goes on during the year. So this is just one of our shows. Now, I want to say we have 9 of these. So I'm just going to tell you now, choose an industry. I'm still going to show you the 9. So you want to choose something that you think will actually work. I mean, as I said before, I know I could show this video to a lot more people, having it highly edited. I just don't care. This channel is purely informative. That small, minute amount of people that are actually willing to put in the work are the ones that are going to succeed. A lot of these people say, oh, I didn't come from money. I can't make money. I didn't come from money. I made everything I have today from this. I've just purchased my first house. I'm 19 years old. I'm not even trying to brag. I'm simply telling you how easy it is nowadays to make money. It's not hard at all. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 active shows, or 8 active shows, meaning they're still running now. I'm not going to gatekeep. Let's go to one of our shows, Fax Machine. This is another one of our news shows. So similar to that previous one, same exact niche, but it's still not banned. So let's go ahead and check the revenue. Last 30 days, $37,000, not great, but you can see here some days we're doing, $4,000 revenue, we're doing 1.2 grand, 2K. It's not amazing, but if we go back to about maybe December last year to October, we did about $276,000. We at one point had about 5 of these shows all going on. So I think in 1 month we did about $550,000 pure revenue. Snapchat does take half. I want to emphasize that. A lot of these gurus will just show you pure revenue and say, you know, oh, I made this. This is not all profit. A lot of people get blindsided by that. They think, oh my God, he made so much money. Let me go buy his course. This is not all profit. 50% is profit. And then about 50% is split with my partner. So if we make 280K, 140K, 60K, I end up getting 60K. But when you consider the fact that I had 5 of these going all at the same time, I made about, I think I'd say about $5 million pure gross. And I think in my currency, which is AUD, I ended up exiting this company all out for about $2.5 million AUD. And obviously, it's still making some money. I think gross-wise, probably doing about 100K a month, but it's still great. I mean, we take that. I don't really have to do anything for it anymore. This is one of our other shows, Jittered Gaming. Now, this is a meme show. What it does, it's just memes. We started this a few months ago. It's doing about $500 a day. Nothing amazing, nothing bad. We have Food Central, which is another meme show. This one's doing about 500 a day. We have Paradise. This is a nail show. So, you know, like satisfying nails, satisfying clips, stuff like that. This one's doing about, it's on average maybe 600 a day if we were to round it up. But yeah, coming back to our document, all I want to say is choose an industry and stick to it. So many of these people are choosing something, and I'm also to blame for this because I do this exact same thing. It's called chasing the gold. You'll see one thing that somebody makes money from, and you instantly want to go do that. And then you get into it, and you realize, wow, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Oh, okay, I'm going to still try and do it. Okay, I'm going to try and do it. And then you see the next piece of gold. Wow, this looks so easy. Let me go ahead and try that. And then the same thing happens again and again. You realize, wow, it's not as easy as I thought it was. Maybe I can't do this. Okay, well, I'm going to try it again. And it just keeps going. It's an endless cycle. So one thing I will say is choose something you know has a proven concept. For example, YouTube automation. That is never going away. YouTube is a multi-billion dollar company paying out $100 billion a year to creators. All you need is 0.00001% of that to be making $1 million a year. It's that easy. It's not hard. Anybody that tells you that you can't make $10,000 a month on YouTube is just not correct. I mean, it's so easy to make money now, and I know it sounds like I'm being cocky, but I'm just not. If you're making less than $5,000 a month, you're doing something wrong and you need to fix it. Working a 9 to 5, I understand we need people to work 9 to 5s, but it's very outdated. If you are trying to provide for your family and set up generational wealth, no matter how many people I may offend, a 9 to 5 is not going to do it. I know where I live specifically, you're never going to be able to afford a property. I live in Sydney, Australia. You're never going to be able to afford a property for you and your children outright without having a mortgage. If you do this, if you don't do this, like you just won't, because unless you're a doctor and you go to uni for 10 years, you're not going to make generational wealth. I'm sorry. But with YouTube automation, it is so easy. So what you want to do is you want to choose an industry and stick to it. For reference, YouTube automation. You want to do the utmost research you possibly can. You want to be going onto YouTube consistently, watching all of these creators. I know that a lot of them are LARPs, but there are a lot of good creators out there that do give good info in return. And what I would recommend doing is siphoning through all these videos, grabbing small pieces of info and small little gate-kept points that you can use to your advantage. You can go ahead and use those to, for example, write a document and just point down little things that you think are of value. Once you've found that, you want to find your niche. Now, it's not hard. Once again, there are so many niches. Just find something long-term. You don't want to find a niche that has been done maybe for the last month and it's exploding. A good example of that would be like Lego. I know there was a few months ago, those top 10 Lego builds, like these weird ones. It was like, for example, I can't find it here, but here, best Lego knockoffs, right? So these channels were exploding, getting millions of views, and everybody was copying it. Now look, this guy can barely even break 50K views a video, still making great money, don't get me wrong, but there are short-term niches and there are long-term niches. An example of a long-term niche would be something evergreen that's going to get views consistently and doesn't rely on a specific trend. For example, when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were having a divorce, so many channels were milking that specific thing, but what's the point when it's going to die in a few months? You want to find a niche that you can consistently grow and you can actually expand upon. For example, this channel here, the Amagi, has 2.1 million subscribers. I personally know their analytics, and they're doing about $60,000 to $100,000 profit, or gross, I should say, a month. Now, this, you might look at it at face value and be like, wow, their views are horrible. They're not even getting that many views. But in a niche like this, their RPM is like $10 because the videos are so long. You see here, 4.5 hours, and there are the outliers. So if we go ahead and filter by popular, you know, you have here 10 million views, 3-hour video. Now, if you don't know the RPM, which is how much you get paid per 1,000 views, expands exponentially based on how long the video is. Now, this video is 3 hours long, so the RPM is going to be a crap ton higher than if it was 30 minutes long, solely because you can place ads so much more. Now, one little tip I'm going to tell you now, if you're running an automated channel, always place an ad every 30 seconds. There's this Chrome extension I have, I believe it's called, let me go ahead and see it. It's YouTube Ad Placer. Now, you download it, it's free. You put the amount of seconds you want. I would do 30 seconds and press start. What it will do is once you're on the monetization page, just spam a bunch of ads. So it obviously won't play an ad every 30 seconds, but it'll put as many as possible so YouTube's system will consistently play ads. That can increase your RPM upwards of like 100%. So if you had a $4 RPM using that little tiny trick, and this isn't like placebo, this is completely true. Using that little trick will increase your RPM from $4 to $8. Like, there you go. If you're doing 10K a month and you didn't know that, now you're doing 15 to 20K a month. Just those little tricks. And when you go ahead and apply 10 of those small tricks, look at that. You've now 3 extra revenue and your output. It's just that easy. That kind of stems back to what I said about picking a niche and writing in a document, all those little small things. But once you've got your niche, there's one more thing you have to know. Capital is not everything. I say that because a lot of these people that want to tell themselves, I can't do this, I don't have enough money to start, I don't have enough money to start. It's just a lie. You can do shorts, for example. Shorts pay quite a bit of money now. If you have a music deal, which is you have the base RPM on YouTube. YouTube shorts, depending on your demographic, if it's US, UK, Australia, if they're like good countries, not third world, you'll get about 15 to 25 cents per 1,000 views if you have first world country views. Now, that is actually very, very good. If you're getting 1 million views a day, which isn't hard at all, that's 250 USD a day. How is that bad? Like, that's a full-time job right there. That's what, like 7, 8K a month, passive, just like that. Now, what I can say to you is there's also another thing. You have base revenue, which is what I just discussed, 25 cents, and you also have music deals. Now, music deals are very, very gatekept. What it is, and it's not hard to get, what it is you can essentially work with music companies and ad companies that will pay you about 30 cents to 40 cents per 1,000 views to simply put their music on your short. So not only are you getting your YouTube short RPM, you're also now getting the music RPM, which can increase your, it can increase your RPM to about $0.50 per 1,000 views on short form. If you know the potential of short form content, that is insane when you consider the fact that you can be getting, let's say, for example, you're getting 1 million views. You can literally be making $500 to $600 a day from 1 million views on shorts, which isn't difficult whatsoever. For example, if we were to just go to some random shorts channel, let's look up, for example, Screen Addicts. I know this channel posts Family Guy shorts. Sorry, I went ahead and cut out. But what I was saying is, for example here, 5 times Brian Griffin acted like a dog in Family Guy. This is on the Screen Addicts channel. Now, that is an example of a video that's going to get a very large first world country demographic, solely because it's pure English and it's Family Guy, which is for the most part aired in first world countries. So that's going to give you a great RPM. And when you consider a music deal on top of that, if we go to their view stats, which is Mr. Beast's website, so view analytics, it'll actually show you they're getting 31 million short form views a month. Now, I know their analytics because I'm friends with the owner. This channel is doing about $8,000 a month USD in ad revenue, not counting music deals. So when we consider that, it's got about a 20 cent RPM, which is still fantastic. And they're doing 31 million views a month. Now, if we were to consider the 50 cent deal I said before, that's about 15 grand a month off of one shorts channel, which is minimal effort. Like, guys, I am telling you now, ChatGPT just released their search option. So if you have 4.0, you can go ahead and press that little search icon. I'll show you now. If we go ahead and open ChatGPT, this little search button here, it says search in web. Now, what that will do is, for example, if I was to say, write me a Family Guy script 5 times Peter Griffin did something dirty, for example. I'll just write that. What it's going to do is actually fetch the episode numbers. You can see right here. Peter Griffin, season 3, episode 14. After discovering he has an African-American ancestry, blah, blah, blah. But that just shows you, once you have that, hop in 11 Labs, generate the audio, send it to an editor from like Creative Paradise, Fiverr, Upwork, anything like that. Get 30 shorts made in advance, even if you have to. Get 30 shorts, pay $500 for those 30 shorts, schedule all of them on the channel for a month. Don't look at it for the next month. It's so easy, guys. I'm telling you now, to make 10 grand a month, it's just so easy on YouTube. Now, I don't have a course. I might open a mentorship somewhere in the future, a one-on-one where we kind of work directly with clients. For now, I don't have anything. This is purely informative, and I'm just here to help you. As I said before, outsourcing. No one's going to give you the info I'm giving you now, by the way, I should say, for free. This is just straight to the point, dead honest advice on how you can actually execute. I'm not going to sell you something and make it so it's behind a paywall. I'm just telling you right now, this is the exact way to do this. You quite literally can't go wrong. Now, obviously there is a bit more into it, like with shorts channels, for example. You don't want to use a brand new channel or you will get shadow banned and your new shorts will get 0 views every single time for a few months. Now, that's easy fix. You want to use an age channel, so 2022 and backwards, then you can start posting consistently. If you were to make a new one, you want to use a phone number that you've never used before to verify it. There's another piece of advice. You want to do that. Remember that. Now we have outsourcing. So outsourcing, as I said before, you don't want to do any work yourself. You want to limit the amount of work because you only have so long in the day. You don't want to overwork yourself. You want to have a team that executes everything. You want to make a Discord server, a Slack community, whatever it might be, and invite your team to that. So whether you have a scriptwriter, which you honestly don't need in 2025, I should say, you can use ChatGPT with a very good prompt, obviously, maybe a little bit of human intervention, looking over and making sure everything's accurate. You want to have your scriptwriter, your thumbnail designer, and your editor all in a server working coherently together to deliver you a final product. Once you have that final product, you want to upload that, pay them out, however much you pay them, and collect all the profit. That's YouTube automation in a nutshell. Obviously, it goes into more depth, and there will be more videos on this channel, hopefully bi-daily. I'm not going to commit to a time frame, but I want to post consistently. And then obviously, you want to see results. Now, I'm running out of time. I don't have much left, but for the first video, I hope you all enjoyed. It was just pure content, pure raw content. And for those of you that did stick around, I would love it if you subscribed because this is first video on this channel. I'm hoping to make it a long-term thing where we're delivering information consistently for free and directly to you guys. So, yep, I hope you all change your life.